Hi, I'm Kate from the Small Things blog. Today we're going to do a pretty ponytail. I have curled my hair similar to my Emily Maynard inspired curls, so not a lot of curl up to the top, but definitely curled on the ends, as you can see. I've parted my hair kind of closer to the center. I don't like a center part on myself, but for this style, if you like to rock a center part, go ahead and part your hair in the center, or you can just move it a little bit off to the center, to the side that you normally part on. It's a little less scary if you're not used to a center part. And I don't have anything in my hair besides a Quaj uplifting foam that I sprayed in at my roots and blew it dry upside down, and then I've curled it. I don't have any hairspray or anything else. What you'll need is a few elastics. I like the Goody brand elastics. You'll probably only need one. And then some bobby pins, a comb. If you like dry shampoo or any kind of like texture spray, have that. I have KMS Hair Play right now. This is called a makeover spray. It really acts like a dry shampoo. And then some hairspray to finish. So have your hair curled. You can do this on straight hair. It's going to be a different look, but you'll be able to do the same concept. We're going to kind of rough our roots up a little bit with a little makeover spray. So section off and just spray a little bit right at the roots. Don't do it right in front, unless you truly do have day-old hair and you need a little lift right in front there. Okay, so all this does is gives our roots a little bit of texture. It's a very clean feeling texture. It's not going to feel like the powder texturizers that you've seen that I've also talked about in the past. But kind of rub it around, rake it in there. Okay, now we're going to go through and tease. We're going to go way big on this and then smooth it down when we do the ponytail. Now what I want you to do is lay a comb on top of your head to kind of figure out where the very most top of your head is. I don't know why that sounded so confusing. The topmost part of your head, how about that? And then if you just pick the comb up, right here is where we're going to start teasing backwards. So all of this parted hair we're going to leave parted. So we'll kind of grab this top section as our guide and just begin teasing. So do a mohawk section all the way down. I'd go until about the center of your head. And then flip back that back, and then right beneath it, begin teasing the sides as well. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. You can usually tell that you've used a makeover spray or a dry shampoo in at your roots when you're teasing because it'll hold a little bit better. Now we'll just go through with our fingers and very softly soften it out. You want to leave a lot of the teasing underneath though, so don't worry about it being perfect. Okay, and then up top, we can take our comb, make sure that part doesn't creep back in there. You can kind of push it to one side if you need to. Okay, so that's all we're going to do. So again, not perfect, still kind of messy, but we can smooth it out as we go. Grab some hairspray. I like Kenra Volume 25. I've mentioned that a time or two. You want to kind of spray that section back that you have teased and kind of erase that part. My part's kind of showing still, but just do better than I'm doing. I have like perma part, like once I part my hair, it's not going anywhere. Okay, so we've got that section sprayed back, and then we're gonna go through, hold your arm as far away from your body as you can, and just do a light mist of hairspray on everything. This will just give it a little bit of hold. This is great to give your hair texture before you go through and style. Okay. So we're going to kind of leave the hair around our face out, but we can also pull that out once we get it into the ponytail. So now, instead of slicking it back with your hands and pulling it into a ponytail, just really lightly grab everything and go to like kind of the center of your head. And throw it in a ponytail right there. So then if you need to, even out the top section that you have teased. You just kind of rake against your hair and soften those two front sections so they come loose, and then we'll spray those back. And now we can check and make sure we've covered all the teasing. Perfect. I usually like to go in and kind of loosen the bottom a little, just so it doesn't look too tight. And now, if you need to soften out your ponytail, now's the time you can go in with your comb and make sure it's not too rough looking. And don't be afraid to kind of get your hands in there and play with it, spread it out. Okay, see how that kind of softened it out just a little bit, just combing over the top. And then, since this is a pretty ponytail, I want you to grab a tiny section of hair from the bottom, okay, and just begin wrapping it around that elastic. And then secure it, if you can, on the bottom, just with a bobby pin, or two if you need it. Perfect. Okay, so then for these sections in front, I like to kind of spray them and direct them back, and then if they fall forward, it's okay. They still have a little twist on the ends. So you're kind of just placing the hair where it wants to be, but we're not going to spray it down too much. Okay, so once you're happy with kind of how the sides look, do a final check on the back. Make sure all smooth and polished at the top. Kind of soften that out a little bit. And then finish with a final mist of hairspray. So the longer your hair is, sort of the more elegant I think it may look. The shorter your hair is, kind of the less elegant, because you may result in it just being like spikes in the back. My hair is kind of at an in-between stage. I feel like this is alright, but if I was going for like a really glamorous, elegant Hollywood ponytail, I'd do the same exact thing with the front and top, but then maybe do extensions, so you have this long kind of glamorous cascading ponytail. But you can also place this ponytail lower in your head for it to look longer, or kind of add extensions and play around with it that way. If you also wanted to get really fancy with it, I'm full of ideas today, you could braid the little piece of hair that you then wrapped around the band. That would be cute and very modern. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Use this for a fancy occasion if you want to kind of dress up a ponytail a bit, or if you're going on a date and it's about 100 degrees, because that's what it's been lately. This is a great way to look like you've done your hair and styled it, but if it gets humid or you start glistening a little bit, it's not going to matter because all your hair is up and away. So if you want to see any other hair tutorials, be sure to check out my blog, thesmallthingsblog.com, and feel free to comment with any questions.